Father's Day appreciation moment to all the cool dads that play in a band. Shout out to all of you amazing dads out there. I love when dads bring out their kids at shows. I love seeing that moment when they bring their kids out there or they show the behind the scenes of their kids watching them. And I just think it's super, super cute. So shout out to all the dads. Let's roll with all the dads and a quick shout out. Back to Breakdowns and Bows with me, your host, ASOS. Please make sure that you guys are liked, shared, and subscribed for all your weekly updates and recaps. We got to break down this week, and then by week, I mean last week. I know, I'm a hot mess, per usual. I went out of town for Father's Day with my dad, who I think is an incredible dad in the entire world, and we just had a weekend getaway, just me and him. We came back Sunday, and we still hung out all day long, and I hung out with my grandparents and everything. So there was just no time for a video because where we went, there was no internet. It was the great outdoors, the great New Mexico outdoors, which is my favorite thing in the world. So I know I'm a little bit late, but we're gonna break down last week, okay? And hopefully this week we will be on schedule and on track so that way you can get all the breakdown stuff. Also, I'm wearing my Poppy shirt, and you'll understand later. But I'm wearing my Poppy shirt. You'll get it later in the minute. But it's time for the tea of the week. That is our first section. So Beartooth's frontman Caleb Shomo is talking about AI. And when I saw this statement, I was just kind of like, what is happening? I don't know about y'all, but I was kind of a little bit taken aback because I wasn't really sure where this was coming from. So he had posted it, but it says June 18th, 2026 at 1 p.m. So it says, hello, all you lovely people. We posted a teaser this morning for a new song that was flagged for AI. The artist we commissioned for this project assured us adamantly throughout the process that no AI was used to create this lyric video. Unfortunately, after a lot of red flags and conversations this morning, we now know for a fact that was not the case. We have no interest in using AI or artists lying about using AI to translate the blood, sweat, and tears that were put into this album in any way, shape, or form. My brother Luke, who works tirelessly on the album artwork, will work again tirelessly tonight to wipe a lyric video we are proud of and stand behind because he's a real. I'm not saying that word. The song will be posted as scheduled. We love you all, and we love human creativity. Thank you for understanding. For me personally, I'm going to say a very controversial take. I do not get the AI stance. Only when it comes to, yes, making people stupider and also taking people's jobs. However, I feel like there has to be pros and cons. I think personally, if you write and if you make a majority of your stuff, but you're using AI to assist you and you're using it as a tool rather than it taking away your creativity and taking away the human aspect of it, I don't think that there's anything wrong with it. For me personally, like, yes, if you are using it for 90% of your work and you are not putting any creativity into what you do, then that is wrong. Like when I make these YouTube videos, do I use AI a little bit to help me with the algorithm? Yes. Do I sometimes use it to make what I create on Canva a little bit better? Yes, because you know what? I'll be honest with you. Sometimes when I create things on, Canva, I'm a one-man show. I'm the one who writes the scripts. I write the scripts all alone. I do not put this through AI. I do not use AI for my scripts. This is all me. I'm the one that's making the thumbnails. I'm the one that's editing. I'm the one doing everything. And to me, if I can use AI to help me get my vision out that like I'm struggling with, because I'll be honest with you, there's times where like I'm trying to create a thumbnail and I have like in my head what I want. I know what I want for the thumbnail, but I'm just not able to translate it for myself. I'm like, what's the harm in saying, hey, this is my idea, this is what I want, I'm trying to get it this way, and it helps me along to actually formulate that idea into real things. But again, it's my thoughts, it's my creativity. I'm the one that makes about 90% of it, and I'm only using it to help me out 10%. That, to me, I don't think that is wrong. Now, if again you are using it to write your entire YouTube script and you're not putting any of your personality into it, yes, that's wrong. If you are just lazily putting into ChatGPT, make me a YouTube thumbnail, and I want it to look like this and this and this, and you are not putting any of the work, okay, yes, I can understand that, because I do agree with the research that using AI makes people stupider and that it is not actually very beneficial. But again, I just see the pros and I see the cons, and I just see everybody hating on AI. And I'm like, wait a minute, we're hating on something, but we're also not acknowledging what this tool can do and what this tool can be used beneficially if we all just take out the negativity from it and we all say, listen, we like the cons, but we don't like the pros. How can we find a solution in a middle ground? Because I feel like AI is never going to go away. I also do not agree that AI makes bands music. That I've always talked about. I made a YouTube video last year talking about it. I said I don't agree with AI music. I think that should be very much artist made. Like, I do not agree at all with somebody making a song using AI to make lyrics, to make any sounds. I don't agree with that. But it's like, bring me the horizon, okay? They used AI to remake some of their 20th anniversary album, The Little Girl in the Little Fish Tank. They used AI because they were trying to reimagine and re-bring it back to life. And so what they did was, it was their original work. They just asked AI, can you reimagine this for us and make it into something that is relevant today? But it was the same thing. Like, to me, I saw a lot of people also debating that they didn't like that. But I was like, but it was their original artwork from back in the day. They just use AI to reimagine it. You see what I mean? It's like a give and it's like a take. It's like, yes, it's wrong in some aspects. Yes, it's right in some aspects. I spent too long talking about this. Hey, is it wrong in some aspects? Yes. Do I agree with a lot of it? No. Do I see some benefits in it? Yes. If you use it as an assistant, do not use it anything more. Be creative, write your own things, make your own things, be creative, because at the end of the day, we're just going to be a stupid society if we don't have our own creativity. Andy from Blackbelt Brides needs to do stand-up comedy, because every damn day that I go onto Instagram, all I'm seeing is videos of him making jokes, claiming that he's Sleep Token, claiming that he's president, claiming that he's whatever mass band that's out there, and it's freaking hilarious. He even talked at one point that he was a lizard person. Like, somebody was like, oh, are you a lizard person? And he just fully went with it. It was like, yeah, I'm a lizard person, duh. And I was like, oh my god, Andy. I'm like so freaking entertained with it. I feel like he's keeping the crowd like on their toes. I love watching these videos so much. Like, the internet is such a good place. I cannot wait to see them live, because I want to know if he's going to be taking this stand-up comedy to every single show. And I want to see what more can he pull out from his hat, because he's always been a funny guy. Like, I feel like if you've been a fan of Blackbelt Brides for a very long time, you will know that Andy is funny. You will know that he has ADHD, he's very hyper, he's very energetic, and that's just who he is. Like, I've always liked him because, to me, he's funny. So, please keep the comedy videos coming from him.
When I was a kid, I grew up on the border of Kentucky and Ohio. But when I go see bands on the Kentucky side, even though it was Cincinnati, they would say, "What's up, Kentucky?" And I fucking hated it, because I was like, actually, no, it's Cincinnati. Are we in DC? Is that what this is? No. Okay. Uniformly no. So what should I call you? I don't know why I asked you a question. You're a bunch of people. I can't make out what you're saying.
Sleep Theory's bus broke down and they could not make Barcelona, which is always a devastating thing whenever a band has to cancel. I personally always feel sad about that too. Like whenever I see a band cancel, I'm like, I get it, but like at the same time, it's really sad. They said Barcelona were incredibly sorry, but due to a breakdown with our tour bus, we won't be able to make it to Barcelona in time for tonight's show. We know many of you made plans to be there, and canceling a show is the last thing we ever want to do. We did everything we could to make it happen, but unfortunately this is completely out of our control. Thank you for your understanding and support. We love you all, and we'll be sure to come back to Barcelona very soon. Sleep Theory to me is another band that's like freaking hilarious, and I love Colin and I love his energy. To see them have some downsides to their European excursion really makes me sad. I feel like whenever bands, have these issues, it's like you don't want to let people down, but at the same time, it's like things happen. Fans hopefully understand, but I do like their statement. I think their statement is probably one of the best statements from when things like this happen, in my personal opinion. So yeah, to those that were in the Barcelona show, I'm sure you guys are very devastated over this. Now, my last tea for the week is a bit of a conspiracy theory. And this is a conspiracy theory pulled out of my own hat and out of my own imagination. So, I want to know, is Holding Absence teasing a fourth member? Because they were on Kerrang! Magazine, which that is a freaking big magazine. From me is because they were on the cover of Kerrang! Magazine. Now, as everybody knows at this current moment, Holding Absence is only a three-piece. They lost their drummer, and they've kind of been dealing with some lineup changes, which is why I said I wasn't shocked that they took kind of a hiatus. I think that they needed to, as a band, figure themselves out, rebrand themselves, come back. But when they came back, it was always this three-piece. But, again, on Kerrang! Magazine, on a major magazine, they put a person in the little TV box thing that's covering their face, and I'm like, why would they do that when all of their promotions have been a three-piece? Why all of a sudden on a big magazine for your album that you're charting and everything like that, why would you put a fourth person there? Why would you put an extra body there? Okay, again, I'm reaching. Are they teasing a final replacement, a final member into the band, which probably would take a very long time for them to admit whoever is going to be in the band permanently? But I do really want to know, is this them easing us into a potential fourth member? Again, you just don't do this on a big magazine. I've seen it with Spirit Box when they lost their bassist. They didn't immediately announce their bassist, even though this guy had been touring with them. He had been with them for a very long while after the bassist left. And it took them a good while for them to put him in the promotions, right? But they didn't tease it. They just slowly but surely were like, okay, yes, this is what is going to be the fourth member to the band. Pierce the Veil, they still have not made poor Lenny, an official member. That poor guy. That guy has been touring with the band. He's been with them on their success right now, and he's been with them through all these major moments, and he's still not an official fourth member of Pierce the Veil. And I always think that's super sad. So I'm wondering, is Holding Absence gonna give this? Are they gonna be the first band to welcome somebody in fully and not give us the runaround, not make that person kind of feel ousted? I'm wondering. I'm reaching. I'm wondering. Tour announcements. Oh my god. Y'all need to stop. Okay, you know what? Let's stop. Before we talk about tours, y'all need to stop. I don't have enough money. I don't have enough time. I live in El Paso, Texas. I have to travel for concerts. Why would you do this to my Swedish band that I love with all my heart and all my soul? Why would you do this to me? Imminence announced a US tour. This is my favorite band ever. I have seen them live. I have met them. They are the sweetest, the kindest band ever. They are incredible live. That violin live, oh my god. Let me tell you something. if you are salivating at that violin, studio life, imagine how you're gonna feel with that violin live. Like, whole other experience. They are immaculate live. So seeing this US tour, I'm like, how dare you? I don't got money. I don't got time. Okay? In this economy where everybody's living paycheck to paycheck, we don't got time for this. But it's with support from Dying Wish and Gaerea. Never heard of that band. Very curious. From November 13th until December 13th, double 13. What are they doing with these unlucky, ugly numbers? I really hope that I can make it out live because, again, they're such a treat. This is a band that I'm recommending 100%. Please go buy tickets for Imminence here in the US. It is so worth it. I also recommend their VIP package. They're sweeter than apple pie, very kind, very humble, and I feel like they're just aging with such fine wine and such grace. Sleeping with Sirens. They also announced an ending in itself tour. I'm having an ending within myself, let me tell you right now. I'm through the roof with tours. With support from Rain City Drive. Oh, I love Rain City Drive. Can we take a moment to talk about Rain City Drive? I love Rain City Drive. Like, this is such a freaking good fit for this tour. I feel like Sleeping with Sirens with Rain City Drive is just an immaculate choice. Both of these bands together, it makes sense in my opinion. It's going to be going from October 3rd until November 14th with additional support from Shyey. This is just great as well. I can't. I've already missed a Sleeping with Sirens tour because there's so many tours going, and I feel like I'm gonna miss another one. And I'm so sad because this is my high school band. Like, if you were to ask me what band from high school I was obsessed with more than Black Veil Brides, more than 3 Days Grace, it was definitely Sleeping with Sirens. Like, I owned like 5 Sleeping with Sirens shirts back in the day. I love them so much. All right, new music. Finally, the new music is a hefty category. Last week was a lot of tours. This week is a lot of music, thank God. Lucid Love by Holding Absence. I really like the little AI voice or whatever little robotic voice that they did. They went like Lucid Love. I felt like this was very overwhelming, but it has grown on me. I have still listened to the song even after the fact. At first, it was not a song that I liked because I felt very underwhelmed. Like, I feel like they had such heavy hitters, and I feel like I loved Reflections so much that listening to this one that didn't have as much heaviness as I feel like the last two, like, this song really was Holding Absence. Like, this is the sound that, like, from Holding Absence. Like, very OG kind of sound, right? So it was weird because I thought that they were going in this new direction, like, oh, they're signed to Sumerian Records, they're going to be doing a little bit more heavy, they're going to be going into a different direction, right? But then Lucid Love comes in and it's like, oh, no, like, the OG, Holding Absence is still here. I like it. I think it's cute. Again, it grew on me, and I feel like you should listen to it because they're teasing a tour. I'm just gonna say right now, we're gonna talk about it next week. Well, this week, on Sunday. They're teasing a tour. They got an album coming out. Lucid Love was okay. I want to see more. I'm not too sold to get on it. I keep listening to it, trying to love it, but it's been very hard, and I'm just a very brutally honest person. Bye 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 cover by Sleep Theory. I love that they recorded this and they gave it to us. I love Pablo's voice on the studio version. I love Pablo in this. Pablo is so freaking adorable because it's like Colin is a character. Like, their lead singer, Colin, is a freaking character, right? A caricature. But seeing Pablo, because he's always like we've always been told that Pablo can sing. Like, Colin always hypes up Pablo and always talks about Pablo. Everybody always talks about Pablo live and how they realize that he has this really incredible voice, and we've never been able to really see it. I feel like maybe, yes, you can argue a little bit with Words Are Worthy, that song, I probably butchered which song it was. I'm so sorry. Because he had a vocal moment in there, but I just feel like this cover specifically shined him in a whole new light, and he was so cute. I was like, Pablo, oh my god, look at you. This one was a really big treat. I know people don't really like covers, but they had been playing this cover live, and I always thought it was super fun. This is a band that does fun. Like, they do not take shit seriously. Like, this is not a serious fucking band. This is oops, I cussed. This is not a band that sits there and says, we're going to be serious and we want the fame, we want the glory, we want this, we want that. Sleep Theory is not that. They are like, we're doing this to have fun. We are doing this because we love it. We're doing this because we want to. And because they have fun, you have fun. Because Colin's always laughing and messing around and just enjoying life, you're enjoying life. And I think that's my favorite part about this band. So it was a fun cover. Okay, the internet is about to come for me, and I'm so scared right now. And I don't know how to process this at all. Please don't come for me. I'm just a brutally honest person. R.I.P. Motionless featuring Skylar Grey. The song came out. It is a massive success. Another massive success for the band. The internet has gone absolutely bonkers over this song. It features Chris's girlfriend, Chris Motionless, the lead vocalist, his girlfriend, Lexi, which everybody loves. Like, everybody's eating up that part. Now, I thought the song was okay. I do agree with everybody. I loved seeing her in the music video because I think that we are seeing a different side of Chris. I think that this relationship has brought something out of him. And it's really nice and refreshing to see it. I really like the gothic vibe. I liked what they were wearing in the music video. I thought that was really cool. However, it's gonna come for me. It's two mushy songs back to back. Because we had, well, not really, because we had like that one song in the middle. But just like thinking, like, we had Afraid of the Dark, and that had like that really powerful lyric of like, now I know I don't have to do this alone part. And then now we get this one where it's like, if you die, I die too. And it's kind of like, what's the theme of the album? I think that that's where I'm like, I don't like this song because I'm struggling with the theme of the album. I'm wondering if there's a theme at all, because I get that they said that it was decades, and it's like we're getting these mushy love songs, and I don't mind them. I don't mind a love song album. I get it, Chris. You're in love. I love it. I love love. But where I'm like, you're losing me is because they have all these features in the album, and I'm just not seeing the overall vision, right? If it's gonna be a love album, let it be a love album. If it's gonna be a bunch of covers and like definitely a decades moment of like, this is the combination of our work and we've been a band for so long, let it be that. I just don't like both. I think both is very confusing for me, and I like an album that has a concept. I like albums that tell me a story. I like albums where I can get the vision. It's like I keep saying with Catch Your Breath. I don't get it. I don't get what their vision is. I don't get anything. I'm very confused, and it's been very hard for me to get excited about the album. And I'm going to say this again with Motionless because I'm brutally honest. I don't get the vision. I don't understand where they're going. And I know maybe it will make all sense once the album fully comes out, but as of right now, they are losing me, and my thought process is like, where is all this going? And I'm sorry. I know people are going to get mad. May this pain never leave boundaries. This song went hard. This song went heavy. I know that they're bringing back this nostalgia thing, and that's so 2026 theme. I know millennials don't like it, but us as Gen Z, we all really like it, and I think that this album will compete for sure for top album, not album of the year, because the Amity Affliction is still top tier for me. Thus far, nobody can touch Amity Affliction. Their album of the year still for me. I have heard Sleeping with Sirens album. I think that it's also in the top 3. but they do not compare to Amity. I'm still really liking where Boundaries is going. I'm liking their direction. I'm liking the clean vocals. I'm liking the heaviness. I'm liking the nostalgia feeling. Rehearsed by Throne. So, Rehearsed by Throne is a song that is only a minute and 50 seconds. Literally the shortest song I can think of, and the comments are freaking brutal on this. Like, when I was reading the comments, I was like, okay, guys, like, y'all need to calm down. Somebody said, can't wait for this 9-minute album. Throne's got a new song. Hype. It's less than 2 minutes. Oh, it's gonna slap. The best part starts at 000 and ends at 150. The song makes me want to bring a king-sized mattress to a pillow fight. I just put in 1,600 in speakers, wiring, and amps for 2 reasons. To hear Throne more effectively, so when I'm in traffic, everyone will know as well. This album is going to be 12 minutes of pure fire. I just like all the ones where like it's roasting them for having such a short song, because it was super short. Like when I saw a minute and 50 seconds, I was like, what are they doing? But it's still a good song. I still love it. Bull by Beartooth, I'm not going to say the full thing, this is the internet, is a dancey electronic song. It's a very interesting intro, especially like the last song. I feel like the last song you got like hit punched really good, but this song is like still really heavy, and it still keeps like that same theme as Pure Ecstasy, but I still feel like this is a good direction for them. I love them. I've seen hateful comments. I'm sick and tired of the hateful comments. Beartooth can go into whatever era and direction that they want to. They are their own people. They're on their free will. I think that whatever direction that they want to go into, they have their prerogative. And I don't mind this era. I've never really been a fan of Beartooth. Oops, sorry, I'm saying that out loud. I'm a brutally honest person. But I have been able to really listen to their music lately and be like, oh, this is good. This isn't anything that I wouldn't listen to or skippable. I've been able to listen to the whole song and be like, this is heavy, this is great, this is amazing. So I love it. I think that the riffs and the breakdowns go hard. I think the lyrics are really good and they hit really good in your soul. I think that it's really big on Caleb's confession and who he is. And also, you know what nobody's talked about? Is how much he has changed. Like his appearance has changed. Like Beartooth back in the day was like scruffy men, like big scruffy men, and it has slowly changed into him looking skinny, looking healthy, looking happy, and I just really can't fathom the change of Caleb in a good way, like in a good positive way. I like who Caleb is, but I just think back to like that big transition of himself, and to think that he's only in his 30s and he has evolved more into who he wants to be. I think it's a good thing. You guys need to stop being hateful. Jutes will be releasing a new song called White Butterflies. I like this. I love this artist. I cannot wait for whatever Jutes comes out with. Dying to Forget. That's why I said I'm wearing my Poppy shirt, because Dying to Forget came out. So remember I told you guys that Poppy was teasing a music video. We finally got the music video, and let me tell you something. Poppy ate. Poppy ate. She left no crumbs. She's a queen. Okay? She's stunning. She's amazing. She's brilliant. She's wonderful. She's all the things. That moment on the breakdown, when she walks in between that crowd, cinema. Absolute cinema. Like, she just walked through that. The breakdown's happening. She's gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. I sat there and I had to pause the freaking music video in that moment, because I was like, this is the freaking moment right here. Like, the whole music video, I was like, she looks good. This is amazing. I love this. It had Isaac Hill from Knocked Loose. I just loved the whole thing about it. But then that moment where she just walked and ate, I was like, oh, Poppy, I love it. I love everything that Poppy does. I cannot wait for her tour. I cannot wait to see what else she does. She's incredible. She's amazing. Albums. So there's not much album stuff coming out right now. We're still waiting for other albums to come out. Like I said, I finally listened to all of Sleeping with Sirens album. I did not skip any songs. I listened to all of them. I saved a few songs. I think that it's Sleeping with Sirens, but in a new sound, new era, new direction, but it still feels very authentically them. So I did really like their album. Now, The Warning will be releasing a new album on August 26th called Everything Falling. They released a full track list. Now, I have a question for y'all because I have seen artists do this where it's either they release the entire track list or they withheld it like a secret for fans to kind of see, like, oh, you don't know it's gonna come, and like you gotta decode a bunch of stuff. I kind of don't really have like an opinion on it because I feel like there's pros and cons to both. Like I like seeing when there's like features because then I get excited for it, but like also like the suspense of it all. You know what I mean? Like when they don't, like right now, like for Bad Omens album, right? We don't know what's coming, right? And I'm on the edge of my seat every day. I'm like, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Versus like, you know, Motionless White's album, I already know the track list. I already know what's coming. I already know the features, right? There's not really much excitement or suspense. I'm just watching the rollout come, you know? So it's like pros and cons, you know? It's like you get to see stuff and you get to have some anticipation, or you can have the suspense of it all and you could have that build up to what songs are they going to have here, because like even Poppy, before she released her album, she didn't give us everything up front. She did tease though what the last song was going to be, but I feel like when it got released it was like, oh wow, look at all, look at the track list, look at this. So again, pros, cons, I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments below. Do you prefer bands letting you see the track list before the album release, or do you like the suspense and the waiting to see what's on the album? Let me know. See you this Sunday. I'm hoping not Monday next week. I'm hoping that we actually do Sunday. We get back to our regular Sunday program. I'm hoping so much. Thank you guys for having your weekly breakdown with me, your host ASOS. I hope that you all have a very great day. I'm so sorry for my mess. Bye bye. Have a good one. Peace out.